Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Over the past 31 years, I've had the joy of traveling repeatedly to many corners of this vast subcontinent that is India. It is amazing to see how landscapes, culture, food, music, dances, and even languages you see the highest mountains of the world, great seas, bountiful rivers, and best of all, a people whose thoughts and heritage go back a few thousand years. Join us on an enthralling journey. I am traveling again across the whole of India to bring you spectacular India. In the far east of India is the land of Tripura. It is a land of verdant hills, lush greenery, and cultural traditions which are rooted in a long history. Tripura was one of the last great Hindu kingdoms of India. Behind me is the Ujjayanta Palace, which was built in 1901 by the Maharaja. This imposing building is made in the Saracenic style of architecture, and it brings alive the splendor of those times. Traveling through the verdant land of Tripura is taking a journey into a time when there were thick forests everywhere. A sense of the eternal still pervades the life of the people, and images of their devotion are still to be seen everywhere. Lord Shiva and Durga have always had a very special place in the heart of Indians. Many holy sites devoted to them are very well known. However, what is not well known is that the state of Tripura has some of the greatest sites of their devotion. We are at Unnakoti, which literally means one less than 10 million. Apparently, this was supposed to be a land of so many deities in the past. We are 178 kilometers, mainly due north from Agartala. It's a fascinating site with the largest Shiva rock-cut reliefs in all of India. It is a particular pleasure for me to come here today, as I came here for the first time 35 years ago. This remote and magnificent site in the hills of North Tripura is one of the greatest sites of religious art in India. These impressive sculptures were made in the 11th or 12th century, towards the end of the reign of the Palas. The central Shiva face is known as the Unnakotishvara Kal Bhairav. Including the headdress, it is over 30 feet high. But the most enchanting part of this site is its magical setting in the middle of the thick forest. We are dwarfed by these massive reliefs. For indeed, that is the purpose, to convey the awesome majesty of the spirit, which is far greater than the forms of the world around us. Unnakoti also has massive rock-cut depictions of Durga and of other deities. In this enchanted place, the colossal sculptures blend with the natural beauty of the verdant site. Mukhalingas and beautiful sculptures of many other divinities are also found at Unnakoti. These indicate the existence of earlier temples here prior to the rock-cut reliefs. Along with Hinduism, Tripura was also an important center of Buddhism. Evidence of Buddhism has been found dating from the first decade of the 6th century onwards. Tantric Buddhism flourished here from the 8th century onwards. These are the remains of the Pilak Stupa located in a very remote part of South Tripura. The exquisite relief on the stupa, on the base of the stupa, represents the Vajrayana school of Buddhism, which was prevalent in Pala times when it was made. The Vajra of the Vajrayana school is Lord Indra's Vajra, the thunderbolt. For it was believed that the logic of the school of Buddhism was as striking and as clear as a thunderbolt. It was also believed to be as indestructible as a diamond. The Vajrayana form of Buddhism developed in eastern India, mainly at the universities of Nalanda and Vikramshila. In fact, the earliest representations we have of relief made along the base in this fashion is also found at the site of Nalanda. These reliefs are also similar to those found in the base of the Paharpur Stupa in Bangladesh. We also find Pala period reliefs carved in wood like this at the Charang monastery in Kinnaur. This stupa is of great value in the study of Buddhism in the east of India. These reliefs are among the earliest art found in sites of the Vajrayana school of Buddhism. It was from eastern India that this form of Buddhism spread to Myanmar, Nepal, Tibet and Indonesia. Bronze sculptures have been found in the area around Pilak. These are of a very high artistic quality and are made in the style of the Pala period. It is believed that Pilak may have many more treasures to offer, and excavations are being carried out in the area. In ancient and early medieval times, the worship of Shiva and Shakti was widespread all over the northeast. "28 kilometers from Agartala, near the Bangladesh border, is the Kamla Sagar Kali temple. This was built in the late 15th century by Maharaja Dhanya Manikya. It has a very early image of Mahishasur-Mardini with Shiva made in the base. It is visited by a large number of devotees from Tripura and from other states. The temple of Tripureshwari or Tripura Sundari is in the town of Udaipur, about 56 kilometers south of Agartala. She is a form of Durga and is the most revered deity of Tripura. In fact, the state is named after her. Legend has it that King Dhanya Manikya, who ruled Tripura in the end of the 15th century, had a revelation one night in a dream. In the dream, he was told to install the image of Tripura Sundari in a temple which stood on a hilltop near the town of Udaipur. That is how the Tripura Sundari temple came into being in the year 1501. It is now over 500 years old. This is the most important temple in Tripura. On an average, more than 2,000 worshippers come here each day. The temple has a square-type sanctum made in the style of a typical Bengali hut with a conical roof. On the eastern side of the temple, King Dhanya Manikya built a pond which is today home to a large number of tortoises. Tripura Sundari means beauty of the three worlds. She is also called Shodashi, vermilion-hued, Lalita or playful one, and Raja Rajeshwari or Queen of Queens. In Hindu mythology, Lord Vishnu had cut the body of Parvati in the form of Sati into 51 pieces with his Sudarshan Chakra. These pieces fell in different places throughout the country. These places came to be deeply revered and are known as Peethasthans. It is said that the right foot of Sati fell here in Matabari. Kashmiri Shaivites have a collection of 5 ancient hymns that were composed in praise of Tripura Sundari. The deity Tripura Sundari combines in her being Kali's determination, Parvati's charm and Durga's grace. The temple is also known as Kurma Peeth because the shape of the temple appears like that of the kurma or tortoise. Inside the temple, the image of Kali is made of reddish-black Kasti stone. The deity Kali is the embodiment of eternal energy. It is this energy with which we must battle the demons of our ignorance. In Indian thought, the only evil is our lack of true knowledge, our confusion. We remain caught in the spell of Maya or Mithya, the illusions of the world of forms around us. Thus, we are blinded to the truth. Deities are the personifications of fine qualities within us. We look upon them, we meditate upon them to awaken those qualities within us. These qualities grow within until finally we become the deity. Kali personifies the boundless energy we can have, energy which we can use to dispel our ignorance and confusion. Kali is visualized as a supreme mistress of the universe. In union with Shiva, who is said to be her spouse, she creates and destroys the world. This is the destruction of the Maya or Mithya in which we remain constantly caught. In her role as ruler of the world and object of meditation, her appearance takes on a more benign dimension. She is described as young and beautiful, has a gentle smile, and makes gestures with her two right hands to dispel our fears. These gentler features present Kali's divine wrath as a path towards salvation. She dispels all fears of the devotee. Kali is the final symbol of triumph over the illusion of life and death. Benuvan Vihar is a Buddhist temple right in the heart of Agartala city. It has fine images of the Buddha inside. The Chaturdas Devta temple, or the temple of 14 deities, is in old Agartala, 6 kilometers from present Agartala. We see here also the ruins of the old royal palace. This is the Malanch Nivas, which used to be the summer palace of the Maharaja of Tripura. The great Bengali poet Rabindranath Tagore spent much time here. He is believed to have written many of his works here. The temple of Bhubaneswari is 55 kilometers south of Agartala. It is of the 17th century. The temple is also known because it features as the backdrop for a novel and for a play written by the Bengali poet Rabindranath Tagore. It was made in the rule of Maharaja Govinda Manikya. Not very far from the Tripura Sundari temple in Udaipur is the beautiful Gunavati group of temples. These were made in the 17th century. A long tradition of living with nature is reflected in the beautiful handicrafts of Tripura. These are made lovingly out of the bounty of nature available in the thick forests of the state. The people of Tripura make the most exquisite things out of cane, such as these. I remember 35 years ago, I had picked up some small chairs and mudas, pumpkin-shaped mudas, to sit upon in Tripura. That was 35 years ago. And they are still as strong and exquisite looking as ever. In fact, every time they get a coat of polish, they look new. Sometimes I think that objects made out of cane are the most artistic.
Clarissa, come and see this. What? See this basket? Beautifully made, no? See, can you see how people make it with the hand, huh? Hand. Okay.
The land of Tripura is a crucible of early Indian culture which continues till today. A journey through this verdant land is a great reminder of the richness and glory of India in ancient times.